going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Again, it's Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that trip.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. Now Foles. And that is incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
They keep it with Fournette on first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 44, Foles eluding the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 13. Fournette, a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the home team here, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the London Monarchs and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football in Emmett. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go! It's a party! Go, go! Check.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks from him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game,
and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. So, Party, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This is Fournette. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
10 more there and another first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On first and goal, Collins. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it second and goal. Here's Collins. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. This is Ingram on first and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. the draw, this is Ingram. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's a gain of 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, it's Ingram, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kendrick Bourne. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job.
And now look at him go. And he will take it in for the touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson got the connection here to Bourne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Snead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the
pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jake Ryan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Open man is Bourne. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. On the draw, this is Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Flushed out right, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Foles. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw him. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Foles with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
47 the mark, 47. Check, 47.
Jackson from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. When you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Foles forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
36.
It's a give to the right. Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Steps away. He may try and run for this. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have taken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets them 9 yards and a first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Gets through, and now an opening. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 66 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Foles. And he whips that one incomplete there. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Collins. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now he's got it. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. If they've stopped them 2 out of 3 times, usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Check, 47.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Now the ball comes loose. It's going the other way. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Be alert, be alert. Pick, pick. What we got? Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Completes it to Lee. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards for number 11. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores.
And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the defense.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Foles buying time to his... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tavon Young. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Foles ready to lead this offense. Down by 7. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
That one 28 yards on the ground. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and it's caught. Touchdown. James O'Shaughnessy, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, this one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.